What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Friday evening? My name is Eric, and welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday, normally at 8 p.m. each time, where we go live to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, the multiverse. I don't know, everywhere. Pretty much anywhere you can find media, anywhere, we are there. That's how freaking crazy we are. But if you cannot find us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform, where I have been a very good boy and making sure I update everything as quickly as possible. Like even this episode, hopefully will be updated before you wake up in the morning. Thanks for being here, everybody. We appreciate you being patient and lasting another day with us. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Windy City of Chicago. You may know her as Double D. You may know her as Pinball Arena. You may know her as Chi-Town D, or Denise Detlaff, or even to some, Cheeto Wendy. But she will never be to me, Chinatown D. What's going on, D?
That was freaking great. I love it.
Did you like your first ever intro?
Yeah, dude. You brought up, I think, every single one of my names.
I think there was one. You have one other, don't you? That I was trying to think of and I couldn't remember it. I think you have one other, right? Like
Pinball Arena.
Like, what's your Twitter handle?
Oh, that. Oh God, yeah, that's another one, dude.
Yeah, that's a different. I couldn't remember it. I was gonna get it in there, but I couldn't remember it.
Neeser D.
Neeser D.
Neeser, like Denise.
Yeah.
Like Chi-Town wasn't even a part of it. Wasn't even a thought back then, man. That I've had that Twitter account for a while, so.
Yeah. I think I got all the classics, even your real name. Like, there's probably some new people who are like, who?
Who's that?
And then Cheeto Wendy was a newer one that's not been around too long.
Yeah, that was Wes. That's
with
great.
the Cheeto Wendy.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you what I was gonna do when I showed up in Kentucky?
Yeah, no, but
because Wes was gonna do, was gonna be doing the Strangers in the Night on Wednesday. So I was gonna pop in, not like show my face, but stick my arm in the door with a thing of Cheetos and then
like
a bag of
Cheetos?
Wendy's, to see if he.
Nice. That would be cool.
But that didn't go as planned.
That would be very cool. But as I said at the end, though, D, you'll always be Chinatown D to me. Like, you could change your name to whatever you want.
I know,
To
you're
me,
still gonna.
you'll always be Chinatown D. We have a special bond, D. We do. We do.
Yeah, we do. Oh my
Dennis.
Bond broken.
Oh man, I remember. Yeah, I remember. Like, oh my God, you were in chat, and I'm calling chat out, and
Dennis?
for like a week, I called you Dennis, and
Yeah.
like you, finally, you're like,
It's
just
Denise.
so you know, it's Denise, and I'm a girl. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Ay. What's going on, D? How are you doing this week?
I'm doing all right. Thank God it's Friday. These long days, it's nice having that extra day off, but man, these long days, it's still tiring AF.
It is. It is. It's a long week, and it's a crazy week, and everybody. Todd is on vacation this week. That's why he is not here to take his normal co-host duties, but he is going to fill in just fine. And D, are you nervous being your first co-host time? Are you producing? You should be producing for me if you're going to be co-host.
Buy me some equipment, I will.
Oh, I know. This is
literally the only thing I can do. I can't. None of my other shit works. I don't have any sound drops. I don't have any cool shit. I have this. This is it. This is all I have. I should have done your intro with this voice.
You said you were going to, but then you were like, nah.
I threatened, and you were like, no. I had to give you a proper intro. For your first one, it's got to be proper.
Proper. Next one, watch out.
Yeah, watch out. Watch out for the next one. But D, let's say hello to our chat before we go any further, and say hi to some awesome people that came here. We just want to we'll just say real quick. Sorry we missed last night, guys. It's been a freaking crazy week for me. Todd's on vacation. Impact Reality's like through the wall busy, and just too many things going on right now. And I didn't want to we could have came on and done like a show that I was not prepared, and I didn't want to do that. I preferred just to put it off a day. I messaged D and said, can we go tomorrow? And you're like, yeah, we can do it tomorrow. So, yeah, I mean, so, I don't ever want to come on and just do like a show that's like kind of half-assed. I wanted to go all whole ass. You know what I'm saying? We go whole ass here, not half-ass. Whole ass D. You know what I'm saying?
Whole ass, yo. Come on.
But yeah, I mean, we apologize for not being here. We will be back at our normal time next Thursday, pretty sure. Yeah, let's say hello to our chat. We have James here. Says happy Friday. That is kind of the cool thing. We do get we do get a Friday. We get to say happy Friday to everybody, and like everybody's like having fun and maybe having a few drinks on the weekend. Friday night show is kind of cool, man. Everybody's kind of relaxed. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Like you said, having a few. Maybe we should have a show where we do like have some drinks, like
I don't.
just like coffee.
Well, yeah, coffee.
I don't know. Let's have some like road sodas or something good.
I enjoy the occasional drink.
I know. When I went to Denver, like every time we went out, Dee's like, "Oh, well, what kind of drink is that? I'll have that crazy looking thing."
Whatever that thing is. No, I drink more for the flavor of the drink now,
Sure.
versus
The
buzz.
effect. I'm with you. I'm with you. Q Creator is here. Says back-to-back great shows. Friday night is lit. Hell yeah, man. It was a good afternoon because you had Between Realities with Skiva and Alex and the boys, and they had Zim Talk 5 on, which was a great show. I watched as much as I could. Came in and said hi, and it seemed like it was going real well. And yeah, I hope they had a great show. Classy Grandma is here. What is going on, Classy Grandma? How you doing? Assassin 32 VR. Techno Glitch is here. Traveling Man 3775. Kubo 92. Michelle B is here. Says good evening, all. Brandon VR is here. Shah. That's a Shah Azrael sighting day. Haven't seen Shah in a while. What's going on, Shah? How you doing? Let's see who else we have. We have Kensai Gaming VR is here. I'm going to see Kensai Gaming in person soon. We're heading out to Phoenix, middle of August. Like I think August 10th. I think I get out there for the Game On Expo. I'm gonna hang out with me and Alex and Skiva, or we'll be putting on this with this Game On Expo VR edition, and we have a lot of people coming in to help out. Todd will be coming with his wife. My wife will be coming. Creeper Betty is going to be coming and hanging out with us and help us. And then I think Q Creator's coming. Kensai Gaming is coming. Going to be there. It's going to be a good crowd. We have like 17,000 people that come through this amazing event, and we are all there as completely as volunteers. We have a 4,000 square foot booth area, and we will have 15 demos going on, different demos with different headsets. You're going to have Quest Pros, Quest 2s. You're going to have Pimax Crystals, Pimax 8K. You're going to have you have several PSVR 2s going. You'll even have a PSVR 1 going. You're going to have a Vive XR Elite going. It's going to be completely amazing. You'll have all kinds of different experiences that will put people through. And yes, two of the experiences will be Beat Saber, and they'll be freaking crazy popular because that's what all the noobs want to play. I don't know.
Not just the noobs.
Just the noobs.
You know what?
D, when was the last time you went into Beat Saber? You defended all the time. When was the last time you played?
Actually, a couple months ago, dude.
How dare you? How dare you?
You know what? It's fun. All right. There's nothing wrong with fun.
It is somewhat fun for people that think those things are fun. Let's see who else is here. Mr. Tasselhoff is here. Says yo yo yo. Who else do we have? Zell 2318 says new walkabout course looks fun. I gotta mention, I think I've talked about this before, but I want to talk about walkabout real quick. Maybe we'll get into that like as our first topic real quick.
Sure.
Let's see who we got. Destiny 11 is here. Mickey Bear is here. What's up, Mickey? How you doing, man? Who else? Lots of people. Gear is here. It says yo. What's up, Gear? How you doing? Samson 143 VR. Mepper is here. Says hello to absolutely everybody in chat. I love Mepper. He's awesome. I think I said Michelle B. Arabella 72. What is going on? Fourth Wall Breaker. Let's see. Orlin Hooper's here, D.
Orlin Hooper's jacked, yo.
There it is. That's better than any drop I could ever do. Perfect.
Of course.
Mind Jive is here. Let's see. Awesome. Tatum is here. I love Tatum. I actually, I had the pleasure of being in a couple of meetings with Awesome Tatum this last weekend and this week as well, and got to see him in person on a video call. And very cool, man. Awesome Tatum is a very good dude and a great part of our community, and I'm glad I'm having the chance to kind of work with him on a couple of other things as well. So very cool. Good to see you, Tate. Who else we got? Backstore VR, Brand VR. I think I already said, but I'll say it again because he's awesome. Who else? I think VR Spry Guy. Did I say Spry Guy, D? I don't want to say Spry Guy twice because it's
You
redundant.
know what?
It's his
Happy
birthday. I gotta
Spry.
say it twice. I know. You know whose birthday it is? Well, not today, but soon. It's our buddy Skiva. It's his birthday. Did you get him
What?
anything? I got him my unconditional love, D. That's what I
Jeez.
got him. Unconditional, D.
Speaking of Skiva, when is that in August again?
That is August 10th through the 13th would be the game on Expo. You gonna come? You gonna drive out?
Shit, that's 12 hours.
Oh my god, that is a long way. I would do it though. I would do it. You get to see Betty. You could meet Betty.
I know.
And my wife,
dude,
and
so
Alex, and his
12
wife, and
12
Skiva.
hours. 12
Yeah.
hours.
What,
But
you're
that's
you're
driving
trying to
straight
say that
through,
Betty
no
and my wife
stops.
aren't worth it?
Dude, don't put them words in my mouth, man.
Steph, if you're here, D said you're not worth 12 hours. 10 hours, yes.
Those words
12
never
hours,
came
no.
out of my mouth. Those came out of your husband's mouth. Not
I
me.
know.
Not me. Not me.
No, not
But-
D.
Yeah, not
Not
me.
D. But we'll say happy birthday to Skiva. I hope it's. I know he's having a good day. I was in meetings with him all morning, so I know he's having a good day. App J is here. Let's see. Ali VR Port. Is that my dog squeaking in the background? Who's saying X is here? Scion VR is
I
here.
thought that's what that was.
Ay.
Hey, anything happens
Hey.
live.
I got no control here.
Stop chewing on your toe. No, you're not gonna, dude.
Welcome everybody, and we appreciate you being here on an awesome Friday night. And so, guys, this is what I think is going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a virtual strangers tonight for Strangers in the Night, just because it's been such a busy week, and Strangers in the Night is all about going through the newest games and getting some much deserved time in those games. And we have a little bit of time in a few of the games, but not as much as we would prefer. So I think me and the boys talked, and I think what we're going to do is kind of like put it off a little bit, and I think we're going to do it on Sunday. So we're going to mash the two shows together. See how I did that? Mash. We're going to I think from what I can understand, I think we're going to do. They're going to do. I think it might just be Roots and West. I might try and come if I can, but we'll see. But I think it's going to be Roots and West. They're going to go through and do kind of like a combo show of the normal Sunday show plus review some of the games. What is going to happen tonight? So don't think you're not going to get anything tonight. There's going to be a live stream tonight, and then Wes is going to live stream, and I'm going to live stream with him, and we're going to play something co-op. We have a couple of surprises that we're going to do. So don't know exactly what time we're going to start, and he actually might even start a little bit sooner than I will, but I will join him at some point. And hell yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And so you'll still get some Strangers in the Night. It'll just be in a different thing. Who knows? Maybe we'll even get Roots in there. I don't know. Maybe. We never know. But yeah, we're gonna do some fun stuff. We're gonna do this show. This show is only gonna be. We're gonna probably run this about an hour and a half. I have some topics I really want to talk about. But
before we start anything, before it disappears off the screen, we got a $49.99 super chat from Scott Albright. Thanks,
nice.
Scott.
Thanks, dude. Scott Albright, who is the CEO of Combat Waffle, right here. Look at this. I'm representing tonight, Scott.
On the hat, yo.
I'm the hat CEO of Combat Waffle and Ghost of Tabor, and that was one of the topics that I wanted to talk about tonight. And maybe one of the things that we'll get into tonight. I'd love to get Wes into the Ghost of Tabor, but Ghost of Tabor had their wipe this morning, kind of like out of nowhere, and there was a really cool video that they put up, basically saying goodbye to the old safe house bunker. Because there's a brand new bunker now. You have all new rooms. You have a whole new space. Everything is different now. And what is great about these wipes? If you don't understand what a wipe is, so like Ghost of Tabor is very much an Escape from Tarkov game, and what that game has done for years is you reset after a certain period of time. These are games where it's all about progression and building your character, and then purchasing or looting equipment that you can bring into raid to make yourself better or make your hideout better or your safe house better. And you build those things up like over a period of time. But eventually, what has to happen? Two things. These games need to be repaired and fixed and patched constantly because they're always updating and working on them. Tarkov has been out for 6, 7 years, and it's still in beta.
Beta.
Still listed as a beta game because they continue to work on it and continue to fix it, and the wipes are part of that. So wipes kind of serve two purposes. It starts everybody from scratch again, so you don't get anybody that's super powerful who is just going to dominate everybody. You know, there's people out there that will just play this game and nothing else, and they'll have the best gear and they'll have the best equipment and the best guns, and they'll just go in and dominate the game. And if you reset things, it gives everybody equal playing field again because everybody starts from scratch. And I can tell you, it's one of the best things I love about the game. I went in there last night, D. All my stuff is gone, right? So what happens is that once you get stuff, you know, what happens is you go into the raid. Once you get enough stuff, or you've been looting and playing for a long enough time, you build up so much stuff in your safe house that you go into raid, and it's not as special anymore when you find things that you don't need anymore, like you don't, or
Right.
you've moved on from. Now everything I find in a
Everything's
drawer,
new
in a
again.
box, it's all new again, and I need it. Like I need everything. Like, you know, after a while, you don't need like, you know, the sights anymore and some of the grips anymore because you've got so many where you're moving on, you're buying them now
Right.
instead of just going and you know, and looting them. So it's not special when you find them anymore in raid, and that's what happens. It gets a little stale. So that's why the wipes are so important. So it resets everybody. And like D, I'm going in last night. I was in with Skiva and Creeper Betty, and we just had a blast because
Yeah.
literally we're like, it's all about looting again. It's about staying alive. You're not going in with great equipment anymore. We have, you know,
Right.
stock guns. You know, you're starting from scratch.
Right.
NPCs are killing us all over the place because, you know, you don't have the best armor. We don't have the best guns.
Right.
The AI is killer, man. You know, you can't
Mhm.
mess with the AI; they will take you out. So you know, it's a challenge again, and I like it, and
Yeah.
it reinvests people into the game, and that's why wipes are so important. Now, I know there's a lot
Right.
of people out there like, I don't get the wipe system. I don't want to have to work hard to build all my stuff up to lose it. But that's kind of part of it. That's part of the excitement. That's what keeps people coming back. Again, Tarkov has done it for years. They have big streamers, huge streamers, D, like Pestily, who streams
Mhm.
Tarkov. He's a huge YouTube streamer. And he streams, you know, Tarkov pretty much mainly all he does. But at some point, he maxes out in Tarkov and he's like, I got all the
Yep.
best gear. I'm at the max level for my character. I can't get any better. It's not challenging for me anymore. My audience is getting bored. And he checks out and he'll go play something else. So how do they fix that? And how do they keep these streamers coming back? They wipe it and they start all over again. And then it's a challenge. And then they add things and they fix things. You know, and that's one of the things that Combat Waffle can do here with the wipe. So a lot of things you can't just fix on the fly, especially with Quest, because it's such a pain in the ass system.
Yeah.
So there's like bugs or things that need to be fixed or patched. Like they had some major patches that really had to be done, but they had to be, it had to wait until the wipe happened. So right now is like one of the best times. If you have not played Escape from oh my god, I almost said Escape from Tarkov. If you have not played Ghost of Tabor, and actually, if you haven't played Escape from Tarkov, go play Tarkov too. Tarkov's amazing, but it's freaking expensive. D, how much is Tarkov?
That's a lot of money.
You could spend $150 on Escape from Tarkov. If you get the
Yeah.
best package, it's $150. I think with like, you know, Ghost of Tabor, it's like anywhere between 20 and $50, but you know, depending on the package you get.
Right.
But yeah, if you haven't played Ghost of Tabor, now is one of the best
How is
times to
it
get
gonna
in. Yeah, because everybody's new. Like right now, everybody's new. Nobody has an advantage. You can get in there and you can learn, and you can have time to learn, and you can build up, you know, your arsenal from scratch. And a lot of things just got fixed. You know, there's a lot of like, you know, there's a lot of little bugs and stuff that was in the system that, you know, that are no longer there now, so you don't have to worry about them. So, hey, can you tell I'm
Okay.
excited about, you know, Ghost of Tabor again?
No, not at all.
I'm so excited.
But
So
no,
excited.
now would be a good time. Like I've only played it like once or twice, and I've had those, you know, you know, little issues with it. But I definitely would like to get some, you know, really get into it now. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, this is like I said, this is a great time. I would love to get in there with you, D, and do this. And again, thank you, Scott, for the $49.99. He didn't even drop a message, D. He just dropped the
Nope.
cash and was like, "I'm out."
That's it.
Yeah.
Got the cash and the microphone.
But damn, that's awesome, Scott. Thank you for doing that. We appreciate it a lot. And congratulations on Tabor. And like I said, now is the time to get in there. Let's just read. So I want to come back up, see what people were saying. Jenna said, "I think I missed my call out. Why am I even watching?" I know, right? You got to have your call out. I'll do it now. What's up, Jenna? Here, I'll even do it like this for you.
Jenna, what's going on, Jenna? This is what's for you, Jenna.
Nobody gets that, right? That's special for Jen. Ender's V Arcade stopped in. Thomas McNostril. Man, we had a whole bunch of people jumping in at the end here. Typical Kiwi, Virtual Steve. Yeah, I'm just trying to read some of the chat.
Todd's here.
Todd
he's about to leave.
Oh, I'll give
he's
Todd.
Here. He's out.
What's going on, you slacker?
You slacker, Todd. Thanks for helping out, man. Actually, he made the thumbnail for tonight's show.
See, he did something.
He helped a little bit. But yeah, okay, D. Let's again. Goes to Tabor. Wipe happened. It's time to get back in for everybody, and now is the time to buy if you haven't bought. Get in there and get in. Quest, Steam. Now it's time to do it. Get in there and play, and yeah, love it. It's a really good game. I don't even know. We spent like 4 or 5 hours in there last night, D. I just can't ever. I was ready to go to bed, and Skiba messaged me. He's like, "Dude, Wipe, you have to get in here now." He's like, "The wipe happened. Get in here now." And then I was 5 hours. Yeah, I know. All right, D, let's get into some stuff here. Quest Pro is dead. Let's lift the glass. Cheers to the Quest Pro. You had a short, crappy life, man. It's all gone. It's all gone, D.
Yeah. Good timing. Good timing to purchase one, right?
It is
a week or two ago.
It is. So there was this report. We kind of talked about it a little bit on Crewcast this week, but basically, Meta reportedly isn't making any new Quest Pro components. So that means no new Quest Pros. So production will end when the remaining components run out. So that means they're gone, right? Quest Pros, you probably won't be able to find one now, right?
What about the controllers?
That is a good question. So I will say, I don't think we're going to see a shortage of Quest Pros anytime soon. Just because they're not making any more new components doesn't mean like they're gone. Like
cutting them off.
Yeah, number one, it didn't sell very well as it is, and I'm sure they have a ton of them. They're not just going to scrap them; they're going to sell them. So I think you'll probably see them sold for the next 3 or 4 months at least. Maybe more. Maybe more. It might even be a year. Who knows how many they already have made. But I mean, this headset is a failure of a headset for no other reason, D, than I think the price. That is the biggest problem, and the fact that they tried to tout this as a headset for work and business, and nobody really wants these headsets for work and business, and that's not a place where Meta has ever gone before, and that market's incredibly tough to break into because there's other companies that kind of already have a huge foothold there that are cheaper, and they do a lot of the same things. So Meta kind of learned that lesson pretty fast, and that's why I think they dropped the price almost immediately to $1,000 instead of $1,500. But D, I mean, you've tried it now, and I'll still say it's still the best headset commercial headset, or not commercial, but a consumer headset that I have right now. Like, I still use it every day, and Roots just bought one, and he's absolutely loving it.
Like, completely loving that headset. Yeah, no, I kind of like it too, man. Like, the lenses alone, like because what is it? The Fresnel in the Quest?
Yeah, Fresnel lenses in the Quest, and we have pancake lenses here in the Quest Pro.
Pancake. But yeah, no, the lenses, the lenses in the Quest Pro, I love those lenses, and just not having the lines, the circles, and it looks better,
It does.
And those controllers, though.
Yeah, and let's hit on the controllers because that's what you brought up. You
Yeah.
said you said no more controllers? Question mark.
Right.
I don't think that'll happen. There's no way. I think that is one thing. So when they say components, I really think they're talking about the inner workings. The actual build of the headset
Right.
itself. I don't think they consider the controllers in there because I think the controllers are something that is actually selling fairly well. I mean, I don't think they're blowing off the shelves at $300, but I think they're selling more controllers than they are headsets. And if they ever can figure out how to drop, or if they ever drop the price, I mean, how many of those controllers do you think they would sell if they drop that price to say $200? If they can get those
They'd sell
controllers,
more.
yeah, oh my God, they would sell
Because
because
seriously, a regular just thinking about I've been needing a new Xbox controller. Those controllers or even the PlayStation 5 controllers are already 75, $80, you know? So it's not going to be too far of a stretch. Well, if you don't play flat.
well, I mean, yeah. Who wants to play flat games? I have an Xbox Elite controller that I don't even I don't remember the last time I used it, um, but yeah, I mean, I don't think this is going anywhere. I think the Quest Pro controllers are something that we're going to see for a long time, and I still think the headset we're going to see for a long time. Like, everybody thinks the Quest 3 is going to kill the Pro, and it will kill it for most of the market. But I can see where I may still use my Quest Pro headset from time to time instead of the Quest 3 headset. There are going to be times where I'm going to want what the Quest Pro can offer me that the Quest 3 cannot.
Right.
I don't know how PC VR will be on the Quest 3. I don't know that yet. I'm assuming it'll be as good or better, but it may not be. So currently, right now, if we're talking PC VR, I still think the Quest 3 or the Quest Pro is a viable headset. Now, again, is it a viable headset at 1,500? No. Is it a viable headset at 1,000? I'm still probably at no for most people. But
Right.
if we see them try and blow out the remaining stock of the Quest Pro and they drop this price, which is possible now, if they drop this price to 750 with the controllers,
With
this
ooh,
becomes even as a discontinued headset, this becomes an extremely attractive headset for a lot of people because I don't know what you're going to have that's much better coming soon. Like, we know the Quest 3 standalone will be better, but again, I
right.
don't know if it's gonna be a better PC VR headset.
Right.
Um, and
You,
and
you s-
and Quest 3 is not going to have a couple of things that the Quest Pro does have.
right.
It's not gonna have eye tracking, it's not gonna have face tracking.
Right. Yeah, you said 750 and I was like, hmm. It got me thinking about it like, yeah, I'd probably pay 750, especially with those controllers, dude. Come on. Oh, those
Yeah.
controllers, man. So
They are really, really good, and again, I think, I don't think they're going anywhere. I think the Quest Pro controllers, I believe, are going to be superior to the Quest 3 controllers.
right,
And I think that is gonna be the way to go. Like, I don't see myself using the Quest 3 controllers when I get the new headset. I can
right,
see myself pairing my Quest Pro controllers and using my
with it.
Quest Pro, just because I think
Yeah,
they're still gonna be superior. That I just don't there's no way I see them not being. Like, I know that
right,
they can't put everything in these Quest 3 controllers that are already in. I know they're not gonna be in there. So, for me, the feel of the Quest Pro and how good they are, I think you were talking last week or somebody was saying, maybe Roots was saying for you last week, that to me, visually, the Light Brigade is amazing on PlayStation VR 2, but playing the Light Brigade with the Quest Pro controllers is a different experience than PlayStation VR 2.
those controllers made me buy that game a second time on Steam so I can use those controllers. Um, and plus I just wanted, PC VR and, you know, dude, that game is awesome. But I was a good shot before, but with those controllers, even better.
Heck yeah.
But no, it's amazing. Like actually, trying to think. Um, PSVR 2 controllers are good, but with the man, help me out here, man. I'm
Nope.
struggling.
Would you talking about like the occlusion and things
I
like
get
that with the Quest 2 and
with the
oh, what's in the Quest Pro controllers? You mean like the camera and the chips that we have in them?
just like with the cameras and like with your aim, it
Yeah.
how
Yeah, well, especially within Light Brigade was because this is where I think you're trying to go. With Light Brigade, the way you have to hold it's basically it's a rifle game, and
right,
you have to hold your controllers like this.
right,
And when you use Quest 2 controllers, even with the great tracking of Quest 2 controllers or PlayStation VR 2 controllers, when you put two controllers like this, occlusion will make them go all freaky. It'll make them go all wonky.
yeah,
Occlusion is having line of sight between the two controllers. When you put one controller directly in front of the other, it's called occlusion. And then the headset cannot see the farthest controller, right? Because the headset only sees the controller that's directly in front of it. So this is called occlusion. This controller here, the front controller, is not seen by the headset anymore when it's blocked by the first controller. So what happens is, especially with the PlayStation VR 2, because I think that is still inferior even to the Quest 2 controllers, you start to have your hand fly away, your front hand. So if you're right-handed and you're holding the rifle like this hand that's holding the stock of the front end of the rifle kind of starts to float away from time to time, and you have to kind of reel it back in by
right.
pulling your hand
Just
off of,
quick little
and
shake to it, and
right.
then it goes back. And that was one of my biggest gripes with Light Brigade on PSVR 2. With these pro controllers, not a problem at
Yeah,
all.
no, there's zero occlusion because two things. It's tracked by cameras that are on the controller plus the headset. Plus, there's chips inside them that will help with the tracking as well. That will help pick it up. Plus, there's and Quest 2 also does a good job with programs to help. It basically it tricks the system. There's programs built into the Quest 2 that help predict where the controllers are. So what happens is it doesn't see it, but it predicts the best position that it thinks the controller would be in. Now that's not perfect, but it's way better than say like HP Reverb G2 or even like, some of the other controllers that are out there, especially anything HP. But even some of the HTC controllers or like the new Pimax controllers, the Quest has done a really, really good job with it. So I think Quest 3 controllers are gonna be improved and gonna be better, but I still think the Quest Pro controllers are I mean, literally, you can put them behind your back.
Right,
You can put them behind you can't like, right now, you can't put your Quest 2 controllers all the way behind your back and have it track perfectly. It'll again, the predictive algorithm within the headset will help figure out where the controllers are, but it's not gonna be
right,
perfect. If you do it with the Quest Pro controllers, it'll be perfect. It'll still know
yeah,
exactly where they are. Like,
right.
I've even turned the lights off, and, like, usually you turn lights off and you lose tracking
We
almost immediately.
everything gone.
I could play with my Quest Pro in almost a dark room, and it would be fine.
Jeez.
Betty is here. What's going on, Betty? How you doing?
But one of the other games I tried, another bow and arrow because I like my bow and arrow shooters, but I tried
Mm.
in Death Unchained.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
I don't like using the bow. I'm a crossbow.
Right.
So, but with the new controllers, had to try the regular bow, and actually like pulling it back and everything, it worked better. You
It
know,
does.
so I
Yeah.
don't know.
And
You
again,
may have
it's
to give the bow a try in death now.
yeah, I definitely will, and I just want because I like to see it. But again, and that's not occlusion, so that's a different thing. That's basically you're pulling back here, right, with
Right,
the bow. You know what I mean? That's the whole idea. You have to pull the drawstring past your headset, and what happens is those front cameras lose sight of the controller at that point, and it doesn't know where it is. And again, can help. The predictive algorithm can help figure out where it is, but it's not perfect. It always
right,
still will lose it a little bit, and you'll feel the difference. Now, if you don't know any different because you've never tried the Quest Pro controllers, you're probably like it wouldn't bother you. Probably you'd probably be okay with it. But
yeah,
once you've tried the Quest Pro controllers, very much like a base station track controller, where you don't have that little flip of losing it for a second until it has a
yeah,
chance to pop itself back in. You just don't see you don't know again, you don't probably don't know what you miss until it's gone, but still, when you see it with the Quest Pro controllers and you have 0 occlusion, you have 0, tracking loss when you get past the cameras, past behind the headset, it
yeah.
makes a difference. We're teaching people things, D. We're teaching people things.
Hey, I never thought it would be that big of a difference, but man, it got me thinking about buying a $300 set of controllers.
Yeah, I mean, that's like
But
Task went out and bought controllers, I think.
right.
He did them. There's several people out there that did. There's a lot of people actually. There's way more people that bought the Quest Pro D than I ever thought would. Like
Yeah.
literally, like I was loving on the headset, but I got the headset for free. Like it's easy for me to say the headset's great, right? Like I still wouldn't pay for the headset. Um, Not at 1,500, 1,000, I probably would have thought more about it.
Right.
But I was telling everybody from the beginning, don't go buy this headset. I'm like, I love this headset, but don't go buy it. Like, I wouldn't pay it. But people did because they want. Because again, when if you have the money to do it, go do it. If you want to do it, like if you want the best
Right.
headset out there, go get it. You know what I mean? If
Right.
money's not an issue, but for a lot of people, money is an issue, right? So you can't just
Yeah.
spend $1,500 or $1,000. So, but there's way more people that bought this headset than I thought. I never thought Roots would go out and buy a Quest Pro.
Dude.
Him and Wes have fought me on this Quest Pro thing since it came out. Like I remember the 2022 show when myself and Wes and Roots and Simplex got into like a heated.
Oh, I remember that.
We recorded that session and it got like heated. But that's us, like right. We don't like hold punch. You don't like. Don't ever think that virtual strangers we're all like, oh, we all have to agree with each other and hug each other and be happy. We love each other so much, but we will, if we have an opinion, we're going to give our opinions and we'll never get mad at each other afterwards. We never have. And we've had debates all the time. But I remember that show and I'm like, guys, you don't know because you haven't tried it. Like I'm telling you, like, and Simplex was like, yeah, but this guy says this. And I'm like, well, you haven't seen that. I'm telling you with my
Right.
eyes, I've seen this and I've done this with the headset. And it's not what everybody else says. It's a really good headset. But again, I wouldn't tell you to go buy it, but it's a really
Right.
good headset. So when Roots went out and bought one, I was completely shocked because I never thought he would do it. But Roots is
Oh,
somebody who
yeah.
doesn't like to dick around with jank. Like
Oh, yeah, no.
Roots will absolutely just nope out of VR if he gets into any jank. And he's a person who wants, if he can afford it, he wants a great experience. He wants the
Oh, yeah.
best experience he can get. And he has been, held on to the Quest 2 for a long time. And it was time for him to upgrade to do something. And I think this was what he thought he could get into right away and have a great experience. And I think he is, right?
Oh, absolutely, dude. Because that's he talks about it like constantly, you know. But it's a good headset, and I mean, it's expensive, but I can see the value in it now having tried it. But still, 1,000 when I know I'm gonna be spending at least 6, 7 in a couple months, you know?
Yeah, the thing now. It's coming. The other headset's coming. So that's the problem. If the
Right.
Quest 3 wasn't leaked and wasn't coming, the viability of the Quest Pro at $1,000 would be better than I think
Oh, yeah.
it is now. It's a hard sell now. I mean, again, unless they drop the price again, it's a hard sell because of the Quest 3.
Right.
The Quest 3 was leaked before they wanted to leak it. Number one, I think they would have preferred to have the Quest Pro and the Quest 2 be the headsets until they were ready to announce the Quest 3. But um, you know, uh, I still think it's a viable headset. I want them to drop it. I want them to drop the price just to see what it is. Like the headset's going away, right? So
Right.
the whole idea of let's keep selling it for $1,000 is probably out the door at this point. Let's see what happens if they drop it to 750. Just curious.
No, seriously, if they drop it to 750, D will sit down and frickin' go through her finances and figure out a way to save the money for it. Because yeah,
Yeah, because again, at
750.
750, you get the controllers themselves are $300.
Right.
And whatever the Quest 3 is, it's not going to have the Quest Pro controllers. And we just talked for 20 minutes on how great the Pro controllers are. So,
Right.
if you're thinking of going to buy the $300 Pro controllers to use with your Quest 3, you're not. And if they ever drop the price to 750, you're not that far away from getting the headset. And then you get face tracking, eye tracking. I mean, there's a lot of people in this chat right now that that go in and do a lot of social VR
Right.
chat, Horizons. If you could use if you could go in there and you had the facial and eye tracking, and you could see people's eyes moving and see their lips moving, and I mean it makes a difference, I think,
Right.
for a lot of people in VR chat.
Dude, I got the biggest kick out of just being in the Quest home and looking in that mirror with the
The
face
mirror,
that I'm like,
yeah.
just making faces at myself. It was freaking hilarious.
It is, and it's cool. Like, I remember getting it, and Sebastian messaged me. He's like, "Hey, are you checking the pro?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, literally have it on my head right now. He's like, "Dude, I'm inviting you over to my Quest home." He's like, "Come over here. I want to check out the facial, tracking and the eye tracking." So I went over to his like Oculus home, and we're both in there with our avatars, and we're just sitting there like making faces at each other like idiots. But it was so much fun because you're like,
Mm,
because you're just trying to figure out, because you're trying to see each other and see how well it reacts, and it's
right.
really good. It's one of the best features of the headset, and the color pass through is good. It's getting better. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I had it on the other night, and I was like, I was doing something. I was trying to hang my hooks up, for my Kiwi hooks up to run my thing, or my cord, on my pulley system, and I did it with the headset on. I had everything hooked up,
Oh,
and
wow.
I never took the headset off. I just had pass through going on, and it's super cool, man. I just love it. It's when you can get in and do some certain things, and I don't know. There's a lot of people out there that hate the headset and just are happy that it failed. I'm not happy that it failed. To me, I don't think it was a failure. I know, like, me and Brad disagree on these things. He's very much like, it's a failure. You didn't need the Quest. You don't need the Quest Pro to get to the Quest 3. And I just disagree. Like, I think this was to me, I think this was a headset that they had to put together to go through the trials and tribulations of making this headset, and then to give the developers something, um, to give the developers something to work with, to work on augmented reality. So when this Quest 3 comes out, we have some developers who already have stuff in plan for augmented reality for the
Yeah.
color pass through of the Quest 3. I really think they needed this headset. Like, to me, you can't get to point C until you go A and B. And I think
Right.
that B had to be the Quest Pro. And
Dude.
now, did they want to lose money on it? No, I'm not saying they put the headset out there to lose money on it, but I think they knew they needed to put it out there. It's like, to me, it's a dev kit. It's basically, it's the DK1. It's what the DK1 was. It's the developer kit one for Oculus is what this was. You needed something for the developers to use, and that's why they were touting it as a consumer headset. Now, again, I'm not saying this headset is not a failure. This headset's a failure, but I think they
Yeah.
knew it was gonna be a failure. I really do. Maybe not this
Right.
big of a failure, but I think they knew it was gonna
Eh,
be a failure. I mean, they had
yeah.
to. They had to. I mean, if we can come out and go, this headset will not sell at 1,500. I mean, that's just us. I mean, you can't you think that nobody in Meta was like, you think everybody in Meta was like, 1,500, man, we're gonna sell billions of these headsets.
Yeah.
They knew that. I mean, they're not dumb. Everybody thinks that Meta's dumb. I mean, they made up a freaking company of smartest people in the world. They have every analytics that you can think of. Do you think that they were like, at 1,500, we're gonna sell so many of these headsets, it's gonna be amazing? Or do you think they were like, 1,500, this is gonna be a hard sell. We don't think we're gonna sell them, but we need to go do this so we can make sure that we're ready for Quest 3. That sounds more plausible to me than they
Right.
were putting all their eggs in a basket of a $1,500 headset that was not gonna be, that they were telling you from scratch that not to buy because it's not a gaming
It,
headset.
yeah, it's business headset. Business piece of equipment.
Seriously, I mean, we all said the same thing when it came out. I said the same thing. This headset,
Yeah.
I say the same thing right now about the big screen beyond. It's $1,000 headset that's in the, like, middle of the road. Makes no sense to me. The same thing. The Quest Pro didn't make sense to me either, but when I tried it, I'm like, holy crap, this headset's great. It still doesn't make sense to me price wise, but it's great.
It was great.
So again, I'll say goodbye to the Quest Pro, but I don't think it's going anywhere for a while. I still think it's going to be a viable headset. I'm glad Roots bought one. I'm glad he's having fun with it. Anytime I get Roots back in a freaking headset, D, and away from Diablo, I'm so happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Blizzard kind of helped along with that with this first season that started.
Yeah, what happened? What is there
Oh
bad
god, they
news with
nerfed it.
Diablo?
No, seriously, they, like, nerfed some characters so freaking bad, like, he would have to completely change
Oh
everything.
no.
Yeah.
Ugh. Dump it. Dump
So,
it.
oh,
Lincoln
we already
Clay with
got
a
the next one.
$5 super chat, D, says, I knew this Pro would eventually become a lame duck, but I'm still happy with it. And you should be, Lincoln. You should not regret your purchase. It's still a fantastic headset. It's still going to be a fantastic headset for a long time. Like, I still see myself. I use it every day. I'm going to use it every day. When the Quest 3 comes, unless the Quest 3 can hook up to my PC and give me the same fidelity PC wise, uh, and then if I don't want the I still see me using it. I still see me using this Quest Pro plus the controllers. I mean, to me, it's still a good buy. Unfortunately, they're not developing games with the Pro in mind. They are not, but they are developing games with augmented reality in mind and hand tracking, by the way. And that's something I want to talk about 2D because the Quest Pro is dead, but then some next news out of Meta is the Quest Pro is getting multimodal hand tracking.
Total. What?
So Quest Pro is
that?
dead, but we're releasing a brand new updated mode for it. Multimodal hand tracking is basically upgraded hand tracking to the point where you can use both the controller and your hand at the same time. So you know how hand tracking works with controllers. Usually what happens, you have to set the controllers down for a certain period of time, and then you have to like move your hands around until the headset finally picks it up, which can take, depending on wherever it is, I mean, it could take a long time for that transition to happen. I've seen some applications like VR Workout. If you actually tap the two controllers together and then set them down, it automatically picks up your hand tracking, which is nice. But I've seen even that too. If the controller even rocks a little bit, it automatically picks the controller back up and your hand tracking is gone. This multimodal basically it's a way to allow you to simultaneously use your hands and the controller at the same time, and the transition between hand tracking and controller tracking is going to be almost instant. So this is kind of a cool thing. Like I've had several things where I was like, it would be cool to be able to use a controller and hand tracking at the same time here. Because I've been into several hand tracking only experiences where I'm like, ah, man, I wish I had a controller here and then use my hand here for whatever reason. And then I've been in several controller experiences like, man, I wish I had my hand to be able to do this and just like think about a game like Synapse. Think about a game like Synapse where if you had hand tracking and you could use the gun in one hand with the PlayStation VR2 controller and your other hand you could just reach out like the Force and then grip one of those cases or grab somebody with your hand like this and throw them or mash them down on the ground or hit them with a case or whatever. Instead of using your eyes and your grip button on your controller, think about it using it as your hand. That is where the technology is going to be going.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm thinking about there's a lot of things you can do with this. We're talking about like walkabout mini golf using, one controller and your hand at the same time to be able to move your second hand around. Think about that. Everybody uses one controller with walkabout mini golf for your putter, your free hand. You don't need a controller, but it doesn't track your other hand because you're using a controller. But now you can have your putter and then you can flip somebody off with your other hand, just like this, D. You can do that. You can tell Spry Guy, happy birthday, Spry.
Not on his birthday.
Well, maybe not on his birthday, but how cool would that be, man? I want to do that. But I find it funny that in one sentence or one article, we're talking about the death of the Pro, and then with another article, we talk about they're still adding things to the Pro. So again, that's one of those reasons why I'm like, the Pro's not going anywhere anytime soon. They're going to continue to do stuff to it. One of the things that I was talking about on the Crewcast the other day on Wednesday was this new Quest 3 Lite that is coming sometime in 2024. It's basically going to be a Quest 3, but they want it to be a Lite where the point where they get the price point even lower than what the Quest 3 will be. So we know the Quest 3 is going to start at $499, I think. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
$499. So that's still above what the Quest 2 was purchase-wise, and I think they know they have price points that they want to hit, and they want mass adoption. So how do you do that? You need to lower the price. What are you going to take out of the Quest 3 to get the price low enough? Like, you can't take out the lenses. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't take out the way it's built, pretty much. The strap that comes with it is just a basic strap, so it's not like you can go with a cheaper strap. How do you make this thing cheaper? And, you know, again, the guys on Crewcast kind of disagreed with me a little bit because I said I would probably think they may do it without controllers. And they're like, "No." Alex is like, "No way." And even GT, and I don't know, Brad actually didn't mention, but they're like, "I don't think so." And again, it probably, I'm probably wrong, but I'm just thinking in my head, how would they do this? Now, we're talking about hand tracking right now and how much they're putting behind hand tracking. We're talking about hand tracking, working with controllers, and we're, in side by side with controllers. I mean, if they're still putting this much into hand tracking and they want to be able to use them together or separately, it's not that much of a stretch to say, let's sell a headset that has, that we can just tell you, you can do a lot of things with this headset with no controllers, but if you want controllers, you can buy them for $75 or $100, and you can go get Quest 2 controllers that'll work with it, or the Quest 3 controllers. I just think it's not that much of a stretch. Think about it if you get this headset down to $299 with no controllers. $300 for a Quest 3. Think about what's in the Quest 3. If you keep the Quest 3 exactly the way you do it now, but you remove the controllers and you sell it for $299, that is an extremely attractive deal for a lot of people. That price point of $499 to $299 is a big difference for a lot of people.
And maybe that's when they pushed the Pro controllers. Hey, look at this.
Or make it Quest 2 compatible. A lot of people have the Quest 2, right? So the Quest 2's have been out there for a long time, or there's a lot of Quest 2 controllers out there that you could use. Make it compatible with Quest 2 controllers. So if you did want to use Quest 2 controllers, you could go out and get a cheap pair of Quest 2 controllers to use with your Quest 3 Lite and keep the price super low.
Right.
I don't know. It just makes sense to me. I mean, I'm not saying I want to see that. I do want to see a cheap headset. I want to see as many people in virtual reality as possible. So if that entry point is a hurdle for people that can't get through an economy that's not great, I want to see people be able to afford it. I want to see families be able to go get one for Christmas because they can afford $299. They can't afford $499 because it's a big difference, D.
Maybe that's when they drop the price of the controllers and everything for the Pro, you know?
Yeah, I think that's a good time. I mean, I think this holiday season would be a fantastic time. If they launched the Quest 3 and then right around the same time dropped the controllers to 250, 200, I think $200 are I would buy them. I'd recommend them to everybody.
Absolutely.
Again, I want to see what the Quest 3 controllers are all about. I mean, they're saying it's going to be better tracking. They have not come out and said it's going to be Quest 3 track or Quest Pro controller tracking, because it's not.
Right.
But they're saying it's better than Quest 2 tracking, which Quest 2 tracking is really, really good. Again, if you've never tried the Pro, you have no idea. So it's like, it's like what you don't know doesn't hurt you at that point. But, it's everybody that you've talked to that you can think of who's tried the Quest Pro controllers has sang its praises. At this point, everybody has to know how good they are.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, they are. They're fantastic.
They are.
All right. Guess what, D? We're going to be out of here in about a half an hour. What do you think? Around 9:30. You got to eat dinner.
Dude, yeah, no, I went straight from my 11 hours at my work to here, and I haven't eaten since breakfast, so I would like to eat dinner before
Yeah, you would.
late.
Cyan VR says, I want a Quest 3 Micro OLED edition. That would be cool. I'm down with that. I want to see that. Mickey versus Quest 3 with a rubber band for a headband. Yeah, that's how you make it cheaper. The Quest 3 Lite, it has no headband. You have to hold it onto your face. No head strap at all. No audio, no head strap. You got to hold it onto your face. Oh man, that would be funny. Philozix, what's going on, man? How you doing? What would you want to add to the Quest 3 to pay $1,000? If you put eye tracking and face tracking into it, I'd pay $1,000 right there. Like, to me, they should have two models. I would be very, very happy with two models this holiday season. Sell one with no eye tracking and face tracking, Quest 3, and then sell one, a Quest 3 Pro, and give me eye tracking, face tracking, and the upgraded chip system, the Fresnel lenses, put the Pro controllers with it. Do that. Do a Quest 3 Pro and do eye tracking, face tracking, everything else that's in the Quest 3, and give me the Quest Pro controllers. I think if they did that, they'd be afraid they wouldn't sell enough of the regular ones.
Right.
That's why they probably wouldn't do that. But I would love it. I think it would be great. I mean, I know they don't want to put out two headsets at the same time because it can muddy the waters and people get confused as to what headset is what headset, and they don't want anybody saying, Quest 3 headset's $1,000, right?
Right.
They want to be able to. They want nobody mistaking the fact that the Quest 3 is $499, and if you put a Quest 3 Pro out there at the same time, it muddies the waters and people get confused, and people that don't know, or mom and dads, who don't know anything about VR that's buying one for their kids. And they're like, "Oh, Quest 3 is $1,000. I'm not going and buying that because I don't see that there's actually one for $499."
Right.
But I would love it. Like if they separated a little bit in springtime, if they came out with a Quest Pro Lite or a Quest 3 Lite and a Quest 3 Pro, I'm down. I'm down. I think it would be great. I think it would be great. I think there would be a lot of people that would buy it. There would be a lot of people like us that would buy it. VR Spry guy says too many models and the devs have problems making content. Yeah, I mean, basically after that, because of the difference between the face tracking and eye tracking, and you can't make games for face tracking and eye tracking that don't work on something that doesn't have face tracking and eye tracking, then it doesn't carry over, right? Like everything else will, because it will have color pass through. It'll have the same chipset. It'll have the same lenses, the same controller system. But it's the face tracking and eye tracking, D.
Yeah.
Agreed. All right.
Absolutely. 100%.
Overall, this says, mark my words, $300 staying a price point. Lite will most likely just come with Quest 2 controllers and still be $300. You thinking it has to make financial sense? Doesn't. I think a Quest Lite has to be. Like, I really want it to be that $300 price point. I don't know how they're going to do it. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. But that's what I think. D, before we get into our last topic, did you see the number of today's episode?
99.
99. So next week, me, you, and Todd be back in action for episode 100 of Q2C VR Gamer Live. 100, D. I never thought we would get... Fuck, in the beginning, I wasn't even putting numbers. Putting episode numbers on. We didn't even have a name.
Nope.
100 episodes of this wacky ass show. I have no idea how we got here. I really don't.
We've come a long way, dude.
Hell yeah.
A long way.
Yeah, I feel really good about it. I would love to do something special, but it's so freaking busy right now. Like, I don't know, maybe I can get time to cut something together. Like, I don't know. I've had some ideas. I just wish I had. I need an editor. I need an editor. You've been kicking ass on the
timestamps.
On the timestamps, by the way.
Trying to get back into them.
Tasselhops is in celebration of the 100th episode. Quest Pros for everybody. No. We gave away a PlayStation VR 2 not long ago. You know what I'm hopeful for? We are this close. I think if the stars align, by this time next Thursday, it'll be our 100th episode, and we will hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Really?
That will be cool. I'm gonna push for it this week. I'm gonna start messaging around to people. Anybody who's in the VR space that is not subscribed, I'm gonna reach out and say, why aren't you subscribed? Please come on over and hang out.
But Cardi says 100th episode, 100 game giveaway.
Ooh, we've been there. I've done a 100 game giveaway before. It was nonsensically hard, and I'll never do it again. Oh man. Everybody gets the Room VR. The Room VR is coming to PlayStation. D, excited?
Heck yeah, dude. Like, I haven't finished the Quest version because I don't want it to end. So I know I'm at like that last little set of puzzles or whatever that you got to figure out. I don't want to do it yet, dude. I don't.
It's not easy, right? Some of these things get hard.
They do.
Finally, says give out Quest Pro controllers for 100. I can't afford it. I can't afford Pro controllers for D. I would give D though controllers first. He's like, yeah, number 100. Let's go.
Woohoo! No. Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm excited for 100. I'm excited for 100. I'm excited for 200. I can't wait. I mean,
I'm
um,
trying to remember when I came into it. I don't remember. I know it's been a little over a has it been over a year?
I don't remember either, D.
It has to I think it's been a little over a year. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's been a
It
while,
was
but
yeah, it's been crazy. It's been me, you, and Todd for a long time. A lot of those episodes has been the three of us, and it's been cool, and we appreciate everybody else being here for those. There's some that have been here from the beginning, D, since
yeah.
episode 1. Me sitting in my living room.
Oh,
Hello,
remember that.
I'm like,
Oh,
there's no intro. It's just me going,
this is
hello. I think we're live. Like,
I
this thing
think
on?
they can see me. Is this? Oh no, is this on?
Oh,
Oh
they're so funny. I would cringe to go back and watch some of those episodes.
no, come on.
Charlie Min says you should make a gag reel. I really thought about that. I mean, there's so many things like, and we didn't timestamp back in the beginning. Like, I would love if it was timestamped back in the beginning, and I could just go there and grab them and just like edit them into something cool. I would do it. I have been thinking about doing a rant video for a long time about going and grabbing like all the best rants, like all Dee's rants where she gets all pissy with people and stuff, and
Yeah,
putting.
me. That's the freaking opposite.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
wait, sorry.
I could put together a Dee's tier video.
What? Oh God, that's I haven't cried in a long time,
You
man. So
haven't. What's going
please,
on? You're like stoic now.
I'm my my feelings are I'm dead inside. No, I'm no, I just I don't want to cry on camera every night, man. I was
I
for a
know.
while there because of all the generosity of this community and the awesome people that I would not trade for anything in the world. Help me get
Sim.
to
Oh yeah, your computer.
yeah.
And a couple other things too, like your computer and yeah. This community is awesome. This community is great. Sim says a high diddly ho diddly supercut would be great. We have one. I did one for our 1 year anniversary show. Sim, if you go back and watch the 1 year anniversary show, I cut together. I think most of all of my openings of me doing the what is going on, everybody. I think
Yeah.
I cut through most of those, and I cut through all of Todd's intros, and where I introduce him and I go through the and he says hi diddly ho diddly. I actually have his first time ever when he said hi diddly ho diddly um, in that episode. So yeah,
But
go
you
check that out. It's our 1 year episode. I don't remember what episode number it was, but it was quite entertaining.
but you know who just popped into chat?
Who do we got?
Orlin Hooper's jacked, yo.
Hey, what's up, Orlin?
Orlin Hooper's jacked, yo.
That's all I got, D. That's all I got. I like when you do it better than me. You do it good. Orlin Hooper's jacked.
I try.
Orlin Hooper says, we are family. Yeah, hell yeah, we are family. 100 Snicker bars. I could do 100 Snicker bars more than I could do 100 game titles.
Snickers.
Be fun. I'll try and do something. If there's any possible way that I could sit down and like go grab a couple of things, I don't know. I will. I'll have something. We got to have something for next week, D.
Yeah.
It'd be weird not to have anything, but it'll be fun. Next week will be a fun episode to get into for everybody, and we'll have a good time. And there's some what
No, I was just gonna say I'll make sure I get the time off work or leave work early. I don't have to do that
you don't have to
anymore.
do that anymore, D. Tonight you did. Tonight you did because
Yeah,
we
'cause
went on
it's
Friday
finished.
instead. But all right, D. Let's get into our last topic. It's almost
Okay.
20 after, and I know I want to get you out of here by 9:30. Just because you
I
went
was like
right from
9:30. It's
yeah.
only 7. No.
You went right from work into doing the show, and you
Yeah.
haven't eaten yet. And
haven't
I
done
want to.
nothing.
And to be honest with you, I want to go take a little break myself so I can get ready and go stream with Wes tonight and do something. I get to have some fun tonight. I get to play some VR. So
Oh, that's great.
yeah, it'll be a lot of
I've been
fun.
in a lot of VR this week.
Yeah, you know what? I have too. Actually, no. I wanted to get into a lot of VR this week. I got into a lot of. I did some real VR fishing. Because I've kind of been hooked on real VR fishing a little bit. And then I got into Ghost of Tabor, but I had plans to get into a lot of other things. How about you? What have you been playing?
Risk of Rain 2.
Nice.
That's
Oh
what
my
I was.
god.
Yeah,
So
that's
Risk
what
of
I've
Rain
been
2
playing.
VR though, right? Not
Yes.
not flat.
Yeah, no. Me and Roots got into it the other day.
How
It was
frick
super easy to
it's
set up,
it
dude.
is. It used the
Thunderstore, yep.
Thunderstore mod, which Thunderstore is just an application where you can grab mods from.
Mhm.
You just download it on your computer. It's simple. You click it. You pull up the website. You hit download, and it downloads the app onto your computer. And then you can pull mods from there for certain games. And one of the games I have on there is Risk of Rain, and there's a ton of mods you can put on there.
Oh my god, yeah.
So what? All right. Number one, Risk of Rain is freaking amazing in VR.
Absolutely.
Me and Roots, and I think even Techno Glitch and some other people, Radio Run, maybe we got hooked on Risk of Rain in VR about a year ago, and we played it nonstop for a month,
Yeah.
trying to beat the damn thing. Because number one, it's freaking hard. But number two, it's amazing. What character did you choose, D?
Of Well, I just started, so I only had 2 characters available, so it was I had to go with the bow, you know? Had to go with that one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know how I did it, but I unlocked the dude with the shotgun.
Oh, the guy with the hat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's cool. That's the character that Roots likes to use.
Yeah.
Use the space dude usually with the helmet.
I don't have everything
The
unlocked.
commander or commando or
I only have the 3 characters unlocked.
which characters do you have? He's a base character, I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember now.
Oh,
It's the dude. It's the regular space dude. He's got a big jump button and he uses regular guns. I don't know. I would love to get back in there and play. The last time I tried to get in
yes.
there, it was broken for me in some way. The mod wouldn't work, and
Oh,
I uninstalled all the mods, uninstalled the Thunderstore, and I tried to go back in, and it would give me an error every time I tried to go back in. So I would love to try and hopefully see if it fixed itself where I could get back in
right.
there again. But it's such a good game. How far did you guys get, D?
Um, well, Roots kinda carried me for a little bit there, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But no, we made it to, like, the final boss, and, yeah, didn't end well.
No,
No, because D I told you, D is new to this game. It's
it's
the first time playing it the other
there's a
day,
lot going
and
on in that game. I mean, you're constantly number one, you cannot stay still in that
nope,
game. You have to
nope,
jump and run and and jump from platform to platform and shoot and use your special abilities. So there's a
yeah.
lot going on. I mean, it's like a bullet hell kind of game where you just
Oh,
have
yeah,
waves of enemy all over the place, and some
right.
of these enemies are huge, like
Ginormous.
ginormous map eating enemies.
Map eating it.
Tass says he has a 30% Oculus code expiring tonight. I think I'll grab Galactic Catch. That's a great one to go get, especially with 30% off. You can get it for almost
Who
nothing.
said that?
Mepper, I'm sorry, Mepper. I said Tass, but it was Mepper.
That's I was like, "Wait, what am I missing?"
Yeah, no, Mepper. I absolutely think you should go get. That's one of the best games, and the reason I got back into real VR fishing is because of Galactic Catch. I played Galactic Catch and had a lot of fun in there, and then I was able to kind of move over to real VR fishing. I even went in and fished with D and Betty, and
And
I fished
Betty,
with
we
Betty
gotta do that again.
and Skiva for a while. But Galactic Catch is a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and it's different. It gives you like it's different. The controls to me are a lot like real VR fishing, but
Mhm.
the whole vibe of it is different.
Oh, yeah. But back to Risk of Rain 2 real quick, like, I
Yes.
wanna play that multiplayer, with, because I
So you
think you can have up to 4
four,
people?
yeah. So you just played you and Roots.
Me and Roots that first day, and then, I've actually been playing it solo these past couple of
Oh,
days, like,
really?
on my lunch and
Tell Roots
everything,
to, like,
so
hit me up. I'll get in there. As long as I can get it working, I'll get in there with you guys. I loved it.
yeah,
I actually beat it. I don't think Roots ever beat it. I went solo one time and I was like streaming it in Discord and Roots
yeah.
jumped in afterwards and watched me and I
Mhm.
actually beat it
Oh,
solo.
wow.
But I think Roots has gotten to the final boss several times. I don't think he may have made it at the end. Maybe we beat it together at the end. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him directly, but I think it's not easy. It's a hard
Yeah.
game to beat, and when you get there, it's one of those games when you get there, you're, like, pumping your fist in the air because you feel so good
It's
when you did
yeah.
it. And again, that goes to show you that what we need in VR is games like this that are VR games. We need Risk of Rain is not that I don't think it's that hard to do. Like, you could do Risk of Rain on the Quest 2, I think, or Quest 3 maybe. Maybe not the Quest 2, but Quest 3, I think you could do it.
You know what
Or
it reminded me of? Zenith a little bit.
it looks like Zenith for
A little
sure.
bit.
The colors and everything like that, yeah. But I
I
don't think
definitely
it's
think they could do it.
yeah, I don't think it's, like, technically, like, advanced to where you couldn't do it. To me, it's probably it has to do with, like, all the assets being on the screen at one time because you can get so many enemies
Yeah.
aggroed at one time. I
Oh,
think it
yeah.
would really chug the system, but, I can't wait to play it with I wonder what engine it's in. If that's in Unreal 4, I wanna play it with the Prey Dog mod, not the Thunderstorm mod, and see how it is.
Yeah.
If it's in I don't think the Prey Dog mod works in Unreal 3, but it works in 4 and 5.
Okay.
So, I'd be curious to see what engine that's made in to see what that would be like. Um, but I don't know. That's where I think I said the other day, I think PC VR is going to be saved by Prey Dog.
Yeah.
I really do. It's not Luke Ross. Luke Ross is great, but it's not Luke Ross. It's this Unreal injector to where you're gonna be able to play every game easily with this mod. Any flat game, you wanna go play Returnal, it's a click of a button. It's all it is.
Ugh.
And you're in there, and it doesn't feel like a mod. It feels like it's meant to be. It feels
Right.
like it was made for that.
Mm.
Brand VR says PC VR doesn't need to be saving. Tell that to the developers who are developing right now to PC VR, Brand. I can tell you this. There are developers out there right now that don't wanna make Steam games. Or developers out there that made a Steam game and were like, "We'll never go to Quest 3," and now are like, "How do I get the Quest?" Or not Quest 3, but just the Quest platform. Like, "How do I get on the Quest?" Go ask Vale. Brand, go ask Vale, who is now scrambling to get Vale on Quest 2 if PC VR doesn't need saving.
Mind Jive says Risk of Rain 2 is Unity.
Oh, no. It's fine. It's fine. The Thunderstorm mod is great. Like D said, it's a click. It's so easy to do, really, and you can
Yeah.
pick your mods, which is great because there's hundreds of mods you can put on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bran, I mean, to me, I'm with you. I'm a PC VR fan. Like, I would prefer to play anything PC VR over anything else. I just think it needs more games. You know what I mean? So we need more good games. So I get what you're saying, like, but it needs a rejuvenation. You know what I mean? Um, I think it needs like this Unreal Engine. This when people see this Unreal injector mod and they see how easy it is, and they see that they can play some of their favorite games in VR easily and well, and it doesn't feel like a mod. It feels like it's built from ground up. This is going to make people go out and buy a PC that don't have a PC right now. They're going to go out and figure out, what do I have to go buy? What's the cheapest way I can get myself a PC to make this work? Because I want to go play The Last of Us 2 in VR, or I want to go play Returnal VR and where it feels right. And that will get people into PC VR again.
Yeah.
Because right now we just don't have it. We just don't have any of the and I get it. I mean, I want it to survive. I want it to be great. Like, I love standalone. I love standalone for what it is, but I would always prefer to play PC VR. I want the best fidelity I can get.
Right.
I want my face to be blown off, D, because I'm so excited about the visuals and graphics. You know what I mean? I want to get into these experiences that make the hair stand up my arm and give me chills.
Yeah.
That's what I want I want every VR experience for that to be that for me. And to me, a lot of the standalone experiences just aren't that. They're what the bat. They're super hot. They're you know what I mean? They're across the valley, you know.
Yeah.
It's Grid. These are games that just look like shit and play like shit and play like mobile games. And I want PC VR games.
Right.
But it's coming. It's coming. Quest 3
Honest.
is going to help this a lot. All right, D, we're almost out of time. I want to talk about holiday 2023 real quick because I've been doom and glooming the last few weeks, and like even Crewcast, everybody's been kind of down and depressed, and GT is feeling the same thing. If you guys have heard that, all of us are kind of in a funk because we're like, it's summertime, it's hot, Nobody wants to play VR. The games don't look great. I mean, we have articles coming out again. VR is dead. I saw an article the other day. I don't remember who wrote the article. It was some dumbass who doesn't know anything about what the fuck they're talking about. But whatever it was an article that said AR has eaten VR, but AR is on a AR itself is still on a rocky, landscape. So basically, you're saying, AR has killed VR, and AR itself is unstable and probably won't last. It's all bullshit. It really is. We've heard these things a million times. VR is it's past that point where it could die. Number one, it's not going to. And AR and VR are going to exist together. One is going to help the other. And number two, like I said, we've been kind of doom and glooming things because we've been feeling that like we need those next things. We all been bitching about PlayStation VR 2 and wanting more and wanting better. We want to see what's coming and want to hear it. And basically, it kind of feels like a little bit barren now. And I've been like leading that fact. Like there are games here, like especially for PlayStation VR 2, that just there's no games here. There's not enough. Like they need some bigger titles. And I kind of been killing PlayStation a little bit, but I want to like tell you guys why I'm not concerned in the long run. Because I think this fall will be one of the best times that we've ever had for VR. We just have to be patient. Like I'm not a patient person, and that's why I bitch about things. Like I just want to see the roadmap. Like I just want them to tell us now. But I know that coming this fall, new headset, Quest 3, things are going to heat up. Apple is coming with their headset. The news and what we see coming out of that is going to heat up. The games that have been held and not announced because the Quest 3 hasn't been officially, given its date yet, those will be released and announced. Things are going to be better. You have to look at like where we are going to kind of get out of, like, you have to see the forest through the trees, right? You have to see where we are now, which kind of sucks, and it's a little slow and it's a little depressing for everybody, and it seems like every game that we're like reviewing right now, like we're having to like kill it. You know what I mean? Like that, me and GT are talking all the time. Like, he's like, "Did you see this game?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "It's not good. I don't like it." And he's like, "Dude, I had to like change my whole video." He's like, I don't want to, we don't want to have to go in and kill every game, right? But we have to like do these things to see the bigger things coming. You know what I mean? So we're right now, it's in a slow time where we have some issues, but big things are coming. Let's just take a look at the list of some of the games that are coming, D. The Room is coming to PSVR 2. Firewall Ultra is coming. Phantom Matrix is coming. Crossfire Sierra Squad is coming, D. Phasmophobia is coming to PlayStation VR 2. The Crumbling is coming. I don't know everybody that knows about The Crumbling, but it's a Yuki type game where you control like a little man, but it's a melee game. You know how Yuki you can throw like a shooter? This one's more like you're holding a action figure, but it's more of a melee thing. Very cool. We have a game called Shootout coming. Anything that says shoot or out in the title excites me, D. I'm there. I don't care what it is. Tennis on Court. Does this excite you? Tennis on Court is coming.
Tennis is cool.
If they could get tennis right in VR, I mean, every tennis game I've ever seen in VR kind of sucks. If they could get tennis right in VR, and what by right, I mean, it has to have great hit detection for the ball, either the racket or your controller hitting the ball. And it has to have good movement so you can get to the ball without moving in your play space. Nobody can run in their freaking play space. You'd have people killing themselves. So you got to have stick movement to get to where the ball is and have that be quick and fast and not be slow feeling. Budget Cuts Ultimate, Toss, Increment, Hellsweeper VR, Box to the Beat is coming, D. I can't wait. Gives me chills. Maya the Rebirth, System Critical 2. Here's one I'm really looking forward to. Madison VR. It's going to be a fantastic horror game, I believe. Snow Wars, no idea. Farcaster. We have a new Arashi coming. Not a new Arashi, but an updated version of Arashi coming. Vampire the Masquerade, Cradle of Sins, Ghostbusters, I Expect You to Die 3, Journey to Foundation. People forget about that. That game is coming. A lot of people are excited for that game. Ghostbusters, I just said. Ghostbusters is a huge game. I mean, I hope it's good. If it falls on its face, it's going to be terrible, but people are looking for big things from that game. Samba de Amigo. Whatever. Stranger Things VR. Asgard's Wrath 2D is coming. Attack on Titan is coming this year still. It's supposed to be. Behemoth is still slated for this year. This one makes me nervous, D. We are now in almost August. It's July 21st.
Yeah.
We have seen nothing from Behemoth. We have heard nothing from Behemoth for a while.
Yeah.
I am really excited for Behemoth. I want this game to be I hope it's the best game I've ever played. Like I want this to be my all-time favorite game. Just because I number one, I love the studio. I love the way they make games. The idea of this game has me excited. I'm just nervous. Like I don't know if we'll see this game this year. I really don't.
I
Just
don't
because
think so.
we've just heard nothing, but it's still slated to come this year. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Not my kind of game, but I mean, a lot of people will play it. Home, Into the Darkness, a Le Mans game is coming. Space Salvage. The great game Wandering in Space is doing an online version where you can play that game co-op, which is going to be fantastic. Tales of Aswang VR. You have Affected. The Asylum is coming this year. Arizona Sunshine 2 is supposed to come this year. Assassin's Creed Nexus. What else do we got? Bulletstorm is coming. Demio Battles is still coming. We haven't heard from Demio in a while. Demio
Yeah.
Battles is still coming. That is going to be exciting. Dungeons of Eternity is coming. That horror game that we saw during Next Fest events at Unity Farm, that's supposed to still be coming. Final Fury from the makers of Synth Riders. Kludge Entertainment is making a fighter called Final Fury. That is coming this year. The game Gazlers, which I've played many times in the demo many times, I've had a lot of fun with this game. This is coming soon. I just don't know what the hell is holding this thing up. We have a PlayStation VR 2 version of Green Hell that's coming. Happy Funland is another horror game that's coming. Lo-Fi supposedly is coming. Lo-Fi's been coming for 5 years. I can't even put this on the list and do it with a straight face. Out of Hand is coming, which is a cool looking title, like a movement title, like Gorilla Tag, but it's more of like trying to it's almost like a platformer, but with Gorilla Tag movement. Power Wash Simulator is coming. Who's not excited for this? That could sell millions of headsets on its own. Racket Club is coming. I played Racket
Don't
Club.
knock it. You never know.
I know. I hate knock. I would knock. I would knock.
Who's there?
Racket Club is coming, D. I'm extremely excited for Racket Club. I actually played this at the Resolution Game Studios with Alex and Jazz and Skiba. It's a lot of fun. It's a super cool game. Sand and Hand. That is that sand art game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Survivor Man, Sushi Ben. I mean, who doesn't want to play Sushi Ben? Tea House of Souls. I mean, it sounds super exciting. The Seventh Guest, I am looking forward to. The Burst, I'm looking forward to. That looks freaking awesome. The Exorcist Legion VR Sin, which is what is it called? Safety in Numbers. SIN is
right.
Safety in Numbers. That looks fantastic. Foglands is still coming. That looks fantastic. There's a Pro Era sequel that's supposed to still be coming. Tiger Blade is coming. Let's see. Wallace and Gromit is coming. There's a Wallace and Gromit VR experience coming. Yeah, that should be cool. I mean, Vertigo 2 is still coming for PlayStation VR 2. There's a lot coming, and that's just the stuff that's kind of been announced. There's going to be things that haven't been announced yet. When's Shadowgate 2 coming? Traveling Man says. No official announcement. Very soon. That's all I can say. Hopefully very soon. But there's a lot of games here. Now, there's a couple of games here that are like big bangers. Like this is a huge game. We still need a couple of those AAA titles. Like we need something more. Like these are awesome. And there's a lot of games. Look, that's a lot. That's a big list I just went through, D.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of games. We hope they're all good. We know they're not all going to be. Some of these games are not going to be good, and but I hope the majority are good and we have a lot of fun with them. And there's a lot on here that I want to play. Power Wash Simulator is like probably number 1, number 2 on my list somewhere. I mean, I have it up pretty high. I'm going to play the shit out of that game. Hours, probably hundreds of hours, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Oh man. I don't know, Power Wash Simulator. But I just with this list, give me 4 AAA titles between PC VR or Quest. I don't care where it comes to. Give me 4 titles and PlayStation that are AAA, well-known IPs that will excite non-VR people into wanting to get into VR. I want 4 this holiday season. Along with this list, I want 4 more. Astrobot, Spider-Man game. Give me
Astrobot.
Wolverine. There's a Wolverine game coming. Flat. Give me a VR version of that Wolverine game, and that will sell headsets. Where's the Batman game? I want to know the announcement date of that Batman game from Camouflage. That will sell headsets.
Yeah.
We need some big titles along with these titles. There's a lot of good titles here. There are some good AAA titles here, but we need some known, other than to us, we need some known titles to excite people, especially for PlayStation VR 2. That's where I'm excited for this list. I'm excited for what's coming. I'm excited for the Quest 3. So if you hear me or GT or Alex be a little depressed, or Skiva or Wes be a little depressed, and maybe we're a little bit down, and maybe you think, wow, they're kind of being critical. We are, but remember this: every one of us believes into our soul and our bones that what we are doing right now is important and will be here for a long time to come. So don't think in any way that we think VR is dead, AR is dead, any of these headsets are going anywhere anytime soon, or we are not going to have good games. Developers are working their ass off to make sure that we have good games to play. We just have to give it a little bit of time. But it's okay to it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to say I want this now, or I want news now. We have to let them know what we want, or we will not get what we want. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, D.
It does. Squeak.
The squeaky wheel always.
Oh,
gets
God.
grease.
You should have did that right off.
I know. It's so good. I'm so excited. This holiday is going to be fantastic. I want every game. I'm going to look under the Christmas tree for my games, my headset,
My games.
my new Quest
In your
3.
footy pajamas.
Wow, I can't wait. I want the Red Ranger. What was
You're
that?
gonna shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, I'll shoot my eye out.
I know. I'll shoot my eye out. But I'm excited. I really am. To me, again, VR is in a little bit of funky state right now because the world's in a funky state. Everything, the economy is not great. Things are going. The tech industry is not great. But does that mean that we're not going to have any more new cell phones? Does that mean we're not going to have any more new TVs? Does that mean we're not going to have any, new consoles, new computers? VR is here to stay, guys. It's not going anywhere. Trust me. I wouldn't be banking everything I do, on this channel, and everything I do in my personal life and business life on VR if I thought it was going anywhere. So I don't want anybody to think that because, or I have a rant here now and then, or if I say something, against VR, that I don't think it's, has a good outcome or a good outlook. I am as excited today about what is coming in virtual reality as I was 7 years ago when I put one of the first headsets on. I am super excited about where we're going. I can't wait. I can't wait to do it with you guys. I can't wait to see where we will be. I can't wait to see where Q2C VR Gamer will be, D, this time next year. What we'll be doing, who will be here, who will be guests. It's going to be fun. The ride's going to be a lot of fun. And I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Let's celebrate next week. 100 episode next week.
100.
D, I can't wait. Maybe we'll have a special guest come in. That would be fun.
Ooh,
Secret. We always like secrets. That'd be cool.
Surprise. Okay.
It'd be cool. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for tonight. We've actually gone a little bit farther than I wanted to, but I wanted to talk about the outlook for VR. And let's see. Let's do the reminders. Guys, we have an awesome Discord. If you are not in our Discord, please go over and check. I don't push our Discord enough. We have over 1,000 people in our Discord. We have lots of fun in there. We talk all the time. We have 1 million channels. Todd has some great bots in there. You can go do you can ask questions. You can go do we have a bot they'll talk to you. We have a bot that you can do AI art and stuff. We have this bot you can do isn't there some kind of game you can play? AI game. Gartic.
Gartic. Yeah.
Gartic, yeah.
Dude, some of those puzzles are so freaking stupid. It's like, how the did you come up? No. But it's still fun.
But it's fun. We talk life in there. We talk everything. You guys come in and hang out. It's fun. It's just a good place to hang out. We can meet up and play games there, and it's cool. So go check out the Discord. Guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And guys, we're so close to 5,000. If you can help us out, share it to somebody. Share
one
Q2C
person. Everybody
VR
tell
Gamer.
one person.
Yeah, that's it. If you can go convince one person anywhere to sub up to us, we would appreciate it. We would love to, if we could hit 5,000 for our 100th episode. D would cry, and I probably would too.
I will. I will.
D, please don't cry.
It'll happen.
It'll happen. Hell yeah. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Todd will be back next week. Me and Dee will be back next week. Normal day, normal time.
Maybe
Peace,
we'll
everybody.
let Todd back in next week.
You think we
never
should?
know.
Do you think we should?
Know.
I don't know.
Oh, it's kind of fun.
All right. We will. All right. We'll let him back in. All right. Peace, everybody. I'll see you later for the stream. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.